Hi, Eva.
Hi, Ulrich. Good to see
Good to
you.
see you again and excited that you'll be teaching a class for us.
I
Eva,
am
I know
too.
you started out in teaching and did many things in between. What is it about teaching? Why do you teach?
I think I was born to do that. My mom was a teacher her whole life, and
Oh, really?
I must have inherited the gene. I've wanted to be a teacher since I was 12. I actually graduated from an institution, from a university in Slovakia that prepares future teachers. I
Mm-hmm.
graduated with a degree in foreign language teaching. And I was teaching at the university for a few years before I came to America and got my translation degree from the Middlebury Institute in Monterey.
Right.
So
And so
I
now
kind
you're back, you've come full circle after working for some of the world's largest corporations. You're back where you started out, and judging by how you appear in this video, very happy about doing what you're doing.
yes, yes,
Right,
it's great to be able to combine two of my passions, the one for teaching and the one for localization into one single job.
right.
So that's
So
why I really enjoy what I'm doing.
what you'll be teaching for us is quality management. What is it that makes your class special? And when we discussed the parameters for this class, you made a point about saying, let's call it quality management. I don't like calling it QA. Why is that? Why is there a difference, and what makes your class special?
So it really depends on how you're looking at things. If you go really formal and you look at the standard definition of ISO of quality management, then quality management is part of quality assurance. But that's not how we look at things in the industry. For
Hmm.
us, QA is one part of a much bigger strategy full of processes and strategic approaches that we call quality management. And that's how I'm approaching this class as well. Is not there. We will be covering in one session quality assurance and what it entails and how to set up different models for a proper QA program. But that's just one session out of four. Most of the class is focused on building the strategy, building the processes, and adapting different models to your particular business case.
Hmm. Have you found that should people expect that these models differ widely, that they really customization for a particular company's needs is part of the game plan?
Definitely. You can't apply one model to every company because different companies are at different levels of localization maturity. But
Mm,
that's why this class will teach you how quality management evolves through the different stages of localization maturity, what you should do in each stage, and what is the holy grail, which in my opinion is quality enablement that you can achieve by going through the stages. And
mm.
I will offer different types of models that are customizable, as well as an overarching framework for a quality management strategy that is very comprehensive, and each company can pick and choose which parts they need to develop, which parts they already have, and which parts they need to plan
Oh,
for the
great.
future.
You mentioned a term that I'm not familiar with, but then I'm no expert in this area, quality enablement. What is quality enablement?
It's actually a term that I started using when I developed a quality evolution model for one of the companies that I work for. I borrowed it from software development, actually. Um, it's a term that denotes that if you want to have good quality of the final product, you have to start with managing the quality before the actual work even starts. You have to
Uh,
plan for all the different stages and you have to enable people doing the work to give you as high a quality as possible. And that's a proactive strategic approach. While most companies
mm,
look at quality retroactively, okay, so we've done the work, it's not great, so let's look for the mistakes and let's fix them.
mm.
And that's not very sustainable. It costs a lot of money, it takes a lot of time, and you never really fix the usually the overarching issues. So in the strategy that I will show the students of this class, quality management will start at the content creation of the English content.
Oh,
And
very
that goes
interesting.
through the whole life cycle and beyond.
Reminds me not to go into that, but I heard a long time ago a presentation by Harley Davidson basically presenting the same challenge, that their motorcycles were in had very poor quality, and they had basically taken them at the end of the production line and then fixed what was wrong with them, which was very expensive and unsatisfactory. And then they also redesigned it, so right from the beginning, and they traced it back and said, this screw is missing. How could it happen that this screw was never inserted on the assembly line? So it sounds like you did that with quality. Very interesting, fascinating. I think we're almost out of time. So let me ask you one final question. Is there one common misperception about quality that you could share just as a final tidbit of information?
Actually, I have several, but if I have to choose just one, um, I would say one of the biggest misconceptions is that quality is a linguistic function. But we have to realize that unless you're working for a government or a non-profit, localization is there to support the business. And what's
Oh
the
yeah.
purpose of the business? To make money. So you have to look at quality as a business function, not just as a linguistic function. And that's another big mistake that many companies make. And in my class, I will give you several examples about how you can look at the quality as a business function and implement the right strategies, processes, and approaches that allow you to still maintain very high quality, the exact type of quality that your end customers are expecting from you, while saving time and money, two of the most limited resources that we always have in the localization industry.
Fabulous. Well, I'm so glad we'll be offering this class coming soon this summer. Thanks very much for the interview. And yeah, I look forward to develop maybe some other classes with you.
Me too. That would be
Take
great.
care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.